It says, and made no account of his labors.
Or we also like, and even like now, or you got a lot of Edomite so-called white people, or just like or just like trying to just like downplay slavery. All right. All right. Just trying to like downplay slavery. Downplay like the struggles and the labors. Or every even it's like every time someone comes with or something like even if it's like something that's like any type of like pro black or any type of like sense of like nationalism, according to these people, there's always an Edomite that that has a problem with it. All right, we're talking about well, they got a BET. How come there's no WET, White Entertainment Channel? If there was a White Entertainment Channel, everyone thinks that there was.
Every channel on TV is White Entertainment Channel. Even BET.
That's what my dad told me when I asked him about that.
Right. Even BET is a white show. What the fuck is
This Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
That's the spirit.
He
just read
I
that.
wanted to come out. Yeah. And made no account of his labors, man. Hey, I had to bring it back, man. Because the brother just made mention how they made little account of our labors. Like what we doing, they take it for naught. As if we just out here in vain, man. We doing this once again for a greater good. Painting ourselves in a bad light, that zero approval gambit.
Oh, and even, like the 2/3 among the people are the ones talking about, so what are you guys doing for the community and all that?
Right.
Or, as opposed to as far as like the majority of our people are, us compared to someone who like donates to charity, or you see him at the soup kitchen every Saturday morning, you see him at church every Sunday morning, or like he's one of those like Who's Who books in Black America, like he's a community organizer, right? He's a Morehouse graduate with a 4.5 grade point average. Like they're the ones, they're the ones that the people in the world think that the Lord's like dealing with. But as far as us, like our good friend like Nate always says, like, we're just a bunch of bums, or we're some crazy people on the street, or we're religious fanatics, or we're on our militant phase, all right? But they don't see they don't see this is the most important thing. Or like if you're on this sign, this is the most important thing you can be doing. Right? They don't see that.
If I can say something right quick. Back in the ancient world, all the prophets looked at it like that, man. I believe it was Isaiah who was walking around butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Prophesying, but I think Ezekiel had to eat cow's dung. All right, you see the motherfucker do that, you would think he crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. John in the wilderness, man. All right, come on, man. So all that shit is old with the Israelites saying that the prophets is crazy. Because when you look at the history, what the prophets prophesy of always come to pass, and y'all always get fucked up. It always happen like that.
They said the same thing about Yahusha.
Yeah,
they said he was mad or half a devil or something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
And they said he was like bloodness, wine bibber, or like no matter what, even if you're not going off, it's if you're not going off, it's a fucking accusation. Or like let's say I don't know, like you like to like drink and all that, he's just a drunk. Or let's say or you have like more than one woman. No, look at him, he's a womanizer. He's cheating on his wife.
Shit.
Or
he's a feminist.
Kind of, no matter what. Or like any, even if it's a legitimate like shortcoming as far as you going up, they also capitalize on that. Like fucking like Yakina, like as far as like like even if like he exposes like a GMS member that's doing wickedly or going on, or he doesn't have any credibility with anybody. Like he's not edifying anybody, or that's why Yahushua said, remove that's what the parable of the mote and the plank is. Or just because like you're like you may be exposing somebody. Like, what about your wickedness? Like, what about the fact that he, put his hand off the plow? What has it been? It's been like a good, like, it's like 5 years, since he's been doing videos on the highways and byways. Like him doing videos where he actually like showed, like I forgot who he was. All right, because I was, all right, because like I remember when he was like forgiven and all that, and he was like he even came to like the main camp and all that. All right, because he was in GMS, a long time ago, but then he was cast out for being the devil. All right, and then he came back in, but now he's back out, talking shit again. So, he, for the fact, he was also, forgiven and brought back into the fold. All right, he stopped doing the work. All right, and then like, he was also, when he was like doing the work, he was being a tyrant over his men, or just doing videos like talking about that's why you out the camp, right? Because you didn't call me, you knew where I was at, all this shit. All right, but he finds himself taking his hand off the plow. A lot of people might not like know who I am, but I see shit. That's just a testimony as far as what about his what about his like wickedness and hypocrisy? As far as like exposing everybody else, like he's not off the hook.
That's right. Right quick, because that goes inside right what we just read, that Wisdom of Solomon again, 5:1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." All right, like the brother was going into, they ain't making no account of our labors that we doing this ministry to build up that spiritual temple, man. Because we want to be saved from the hell that's coming. That's what prompted me to want to bring the sign out. But it's next verse. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for," man. People ain't expecting it to come back. That's why the Lord said he's going to come as a thief in the night. People ain't looking to the skies to see if it's coming back. They looking to television and looking to the next club and, what they going to do, indulge in as a distraction from the Lord, man. All right? And the Lord said he's going to confound he's going to use the foolish things of the world to confound those that are wise, man.
Yeah, because
be the children of light, man.
Get that sign over here.
My
All
fault.
right, but though, what is this is, to like the average person, that's comical. Like even our people. Or just like black men flying around, or severing white heads and shit like that. Or they just think this is like they see a sign like this. This is more edification rather than like entertainment. Or it's just a depiction of what we'll have the authority to do when the Lord returns. Or but they a lot of people they'll just think that's just like funny basically.
But it's all
funny to me.
He's saying in the book of Psalms that his chariots are 20,000. It's written all through the scriptures about this.
Yeah, 12 legions.
Yeah. Hey, they the ones that it's a chariot that led us through up out of Egypt, man. The Lord looked through it when he closed up the waters on their ass. People don't take heed to that. Once again, that's that Isaiah 1 and 3.
Even back then, they actually saw it happening, and they were still bickering against Moses.
It says, keep going, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3. "If they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach," man. All right? This speaking about Esau.
Remember that song,
It's too late. Yeah, it is too late. It's too late to apologize. Because Esau gonna try to come with some type of a gift or a benefit to try to persuade you, pervert your judgment, man. But it ain't gonna work for the men of the Lord. Hey, he said, Matthew, I gotta get it right quick. I got one for you.
It didn't work for this guy right here.
Hold on, let me get it.
Yeah, that shit didn't work for this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in. Hold
not
it
gonna
back
work
up.
for that guy.
Hold it up. Hold up. Yeah, got him with his head in his hand.
Talking about he probably came up with with the can of Budweiser or some shit.
The 12 pack of Bush. Baba Kashah. I'm going to start up a bit. This Matthew 24, once again, and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. To this time, no, nor ever shall be." All right? It's prophesied, in the book of Daniel, the same thing about Jacob's trouble. All right, Jeremiah 30. It's all throughout the scriptures about the mourning and lamentation and woe that's about to befall this place, the Third World War. And there ain't nobody gonna be spared, man. All right, that's the one we opened up with that Malachi 4:1. He said, it's the day that come that's gonna burn like an oven, man. And y'all ain't taking heed, like the brother said, to the magnitude of the devastation that's about to befall this place, man. It's about to be a great bloodshed, he said, from one end of the earth to the other, man. He's about to wipe out like the whole Western Hemisphere down there, man.
From sea to shining sea.
Sea to shining sea. And even other parts of the land, you're going to have some neutral zones, but you're going to have other parts of the earth that's going to be hit too. Like Israel has to be cleansed and purged and purified as well too. All that wickedness going on. All right? The brother had called for this a while back. This is 2 Peter 3, and I'm going to start at 9. It says, "The Lord Yahweh is..." Start at 3. Start at 3. So 2 Peter 3 and 3. "Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, Where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation."
All right, that's one of the main, scoffing points. Or, just talking about, or you guys were here last year, people have been talking about, this would happen in 2000. All right, and I was bringing out, like the last, I think like the guy's last name was like Rutherford, like he was, like the head of Jehovah's Wickedness at one point. That would disenfranchise, a lot of people. Or, when you hear someone talk about, the Lord returning, or, it doesn't. Or that a lot of people fall even at one bless. Or like after 2,000 people getting disenfranchised. Or going back into the world. Right? But the Heavenly Father's not on your time frame and all that.
Keep going. It says verse 5. "For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished."
All right. Or, and that was talking about, the time of Noah, of course.
That's right.
All right, and, there were people, scoffing, back then. He was prophesying for roughly, 100 years, if I'm not mistaken. Or, and that's, as far as like, like the apostles, that's like, it's like roughly like 30 years. Or, their teachers, the late 60s and things like that. Or, so, people want this to like pop off, or, as soon as they come into the truth.
It says, "But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men." All right, and we know the son of perdition to be Esau, Edom, man. So this is what we prophesied against. They tell you in Ezekiel the 35th chapter, "Set thy face against Mount Seir." We telling you that your kingdom is about to be destroyed and ours is about to be brought up, man. All right, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. All right, I'm gonna keep going for you. It says, verse 9. It's like verse 8. "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day." Hey, and I must say, we earnestly desire to want to live for that one day, which is going to be a full day, because nobody ever lived to see 1,000 years, I believe Methuselah was the oldest, if I'm not mistaken. He lived to be like 900 something, but, we want to live with the Lord and reign with him 1,000 years. That's what that Revelation is going into. If you don't mind, I want to grab it real quick. Revelation chapter 20, and I'm going to start at 4. It reads, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years." all right, that full day that we earnestly want to reign with the Lord, all right, we want to be his priesthood, his servant unto him, well, a friend, if you will, all right, and it said, some men might have to be martyrs, you might have to be beheaded, shut up. You want to speak? I mean, somebody, I ain't, want to be taken to court. It say,
because as far as like being in this truth, you have to like maintain your integrity, or like, no matter what. As far as like I was like, or like whether they like round you up, or whether or like whether you like go out, as far as like being put to death and all that, or but if that happens to you, then you're gonna, you're still gonna have like your spot and all that. All right, but everyone has to, you have to go through that tribulation in order for you to be like deemed worthy. All these other groups, they just have that, they just have that like, they have that like ticket to ride mentality. Or from watching them, they just think they're just gonna do whatever bullshit they're gonna do, and then the Heavenly Father, he's just gonna like do one of these. Some magic wand type stuff, and then, all the, it's just going to be the kingdom. It's going to be the kingdom without any, tribulation, without any trouble. All right, because, all they're about is, being entrepreneurs, like, having parties, having fancy, like, Passovers and things like that. Or, they don't have that tribulation mentality.